Hey, it's August from Outside Nomad, joining you today from Popoyo Beach in Nicaragua. Just watching a little football. I'd be out there playing, but, well, nobody wants to see that. Anyways, stick around. Talk to you soon. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to talk today about some booking sites, and one in particular that I think's pretty remarkable. There's certainly no shortage of different booking sites, from one of my favorites, Skyscanner, Travelocity, Expedia. There's just a ton out there. But, one that's a little unique is AirWander. And what they specialize in are these stopover flights, where they let you basically pick a layover location, and you can basically stay there for a few days or a few weeks, and sometimes it even saves you money. Sometimes it might just be $50 or $100 more, but in my opinion, it's a great way to travel. It's essentially free travel. But AirWander just puts it all together for you. So let's check it out and see how it works. Let's do a trip from San Francisco to Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. You can see here we're just going to select our departure and destination as well as dates. AirWander does a pretty good job actually of showing you the different prices between the different days of the week. So December's looking real expensive as we get into January. We can see here Saturday's $280 versus Tuesday, which is $346. So this just helps you make some kind of fine-tuning of your trip if there's some ways you can save a little bit of money. But we'll go ahead and pick January 15th and Friday, February 22nd looks good to me. So we can go ahead and just click search here. It's going to bring up the results without a layover. So as we can see here, we've got our flights, some different itineraries. Pricing looks really good. I find that AirWander prices quite competitively with the other ones. Skyscanner, which is one of my favorites, it's coming in at $416. We're at $421 here, so pretty similar. But the magic of AirWander comes with this little button here, where we can just hit that plus button and we'll get some stopover options. So we can see here various options. Stay over in Thailand for a little bit for $150. This honestly isn't as good of the deals as I typically see, but we'll punch in some different dates and see what else we can get. To the right here, you just crank up the number of days, so let's bump that up to 20 days. See what that does. Usually the stopover duration doesn't affect the pricing very much, but sometimes it does. It didn't in this case. All right. Well, let's take a look at another example here. I'm actually heading to Ireland this spring from Boise, so let's have a look at that. We're going to be bouncing out a little bit later. Let's do how about Thursday in February. And then we're going to return in May. So I think with any trip planning, it's always a good idea to check out multiple sites. Skyscanner is probably one of my favorite, but I still always try to compare. I just think there's so much variability out there. A lot of people ask me if I do the incognito or private mode browsing, and I do typically do that. I know a lot of people say it doesn't matter, but I tend to think it could matter, and I guess why not shield yourself from it? I also have a write-up on my website about this whole process, including the privacy modes and things like that to shield your cookies from the booking site. So check that out if you want further information. I'll leave links down in the description. So here's our flight from Boise to Dublin. We're looking at about 7:56. Let's go ahead and check our stopovers. Alright, so this one's looking a little better. Yeah, as you can see, we have an option to hit London on the way over, and that actually knocks off $108, so you can save money. So let's bump this up to a week. How about we spend 7 days in London? Great, it saves us $112. So, this app, I should say this website is all about flexibility. So I think it's important to, if you have the luxury of having some flexibility in your trip, this is a really great tool just to add in some interesting destinations. Spending a few days in Boston is going to save you some money. Paris, you can knock off $50 staying there. Toronto, San Francisco. We can go to Iceland for $42. That sounds like fun. So as you can see, it's just about, if you have a month off for a vacation and you had a destination in mind, well, consider using this app to throw in a week excursion on either end of that trip. And it might not cost you anything. In fact, it can save you money. So let's click further into this and kind of see what the rest of the process looks like. So London sounds great. Let's knock $100 off our rate. You can see it adds that stopover in London right there. You can just click that to remove it. You can also change where these stopovers occur, and you can add more. I mean, you can just keep going, and I'm not kidding you, you can get some really screaming deals. So now we're going to research with that stopover added, and it's going to give us our different itineraries. AirWander works differently than most booking sites in that what it does is it kind of puts together these packages for you, and then it will actually refer you to the individual airlines for the flight legs themselves. So you can see here we've got our package, Boise to London, London to Dublin, Dublin back to Boise. So we'll go ahead and select this package. And then this package is going to be booked through 3 different airlines. So the first booking is on Kiwi, then we go to Cheapo Air, and then back to Kiwi. So, and I'll click on one of these just to show you what it does, but it literally takes you to that other airline's site with the special prices that come from AirWander. You'll go ahead and book this on Kiwi. We'll bounce back. Once that's booked, we'll bounce back here and grab our next leg, which is from the London to Ireland. And perhaps one of the only inconveniences with this system is that you do potentially have to make 3 separate transactions. But if you had a bunch, for instance, on this itinerary, we have 2 with Kiwi.com, so you could add those to your shopping cart and pay for that in one, but the cheapo air would have to be a separate transaction. In addition, you can still use miles and everything else with these airlines, because you're essentially booking through, you know, the Kiwi.com website. So if you have mileage that can apply to that, there's no problem in using that, so you're not stuck paying cash all the time. So again, I think it's a great tool. It's a really neat way to explore other areas. Perhaps it's gonna push you towards some other cities you hadn't thought about based on what the good deals are. But I think it's a really great option if you have some flexibility, and it can be a real fun way to explore other spots. And like I said, you can tag those stopovers at the beginning, middle, or end of the trip, so you can really insert them wherever works best for you. I have more write-ups on this on my website, outsidenomad.com, as well as some general kind of booking guidelines, including using the privacy incognito windows. I know not everybody thinks that helps, but if nothing else, it's just good to be aware of it. Skyscanner, hands down, one of my favorites for just booking a regular flight. But as you can see in this example, Air Wander had very competitive rates. So anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in, and I sure appreciate you using my links in the description below. Just help support this website and keeping this content going. And I'll leave links and further articles for you. And if you have any questions or comments, just write those in below, and be sure to follow my channel if you're digging the content. Appreciate it. Take care.
I feel the thrill of the rush when I lose control. You showed me how to let my hands go. You showed me how to breathe the heat. And now I feel the push of the stream that has kept me going. And now I see what I can be.